Your mastery of discipline is impressive, Dakon.
Welcome back everyone to Planescape Torment. Time for more banter.
In the eyes of Zerthamon, I am nothing.
Surely you're being too harsh on yourself.
A long road must I still travel. This is but the beginning.
Dakon's lawful,
Endure.
isn't he?
In enduring, grow strong.
Oh yeah, he is. He's awfully lawful. Fun fact. There are almost no good or evil characters in the game. Like, Mort's a big, what's the word I'm looking for? A big discrepancy in that matter. Like, he is chaotic good, but he will never leave the Nameless One for reasons. Because dear God, so many resistances. Cold, nope. Magic cold, absolutely the fuck not. Poison, out of this house. What do you do to this thing? Dakon, lawful neutral, he doesn't really care what you do. Chaotic neutral, doesn't really care what you do. Lawful neutral, doesn't really care what you do. Chaotic neutral, doesn't give a shit. Nobody in this party gives a fuck. Dear God, that's a lot of constitution. What's his level? 7. Whereas I'm level 11. Get fucked. Alright, let's see. Yes, can what's-his-face do the thing? There's a man, Janus, whom I was hoping you would grant temporary access to the private sensorium. And for what reason would we allow such a thing? Because one of the stones there contains a fragment of his daughter's experiences. She died far from home, not having seen him in a long while, and he mourns her loss deeply.
Updated my journal.
Yes. Well, we shall allow this Janus to enter the private sensorium, well escorted, of course. You may tell him that he has permission. My thanks. Farewell, Splinter. Whoop.
I'm gone.
Does me no good if I click on the marker. I have to actually click on the map. Funny how that works. And I think there's one more thing I want to show off in the brothel of slating intellectual lusts.
All right.
Oh, what is that? Oh, right, that's the cheese I dropped. Yes, they agreed to give you access to your daughter's sensory stone. There was no trouble, Janus. Please, go see the experiences of your daughter. I think they might ease your troubles.
Updated my journal.
I mean, they're definitely going to reveal to him who we are.
All right.
So, it's just it's just the price of doing business. Diligence? Oh, yeah, that was the woman who was just like, you're naughty or something. I'm a bad man.
I'm gone.
Okay. Time to go into the forge. First time for everything. Behold, the Godsman. State your business, please. I'm here to pick up an order. Yes, sir. May we see your receipt? Yes. Thank you, sir. The clerk you seek holds office on the southern wall of the foundry. Thank you for your patronage. Oh, this is weird. Oh, wait, hold on. Nope, there's a shadow. I'll handle it. It's my problem. It's my fault, really.
I'm gone.
I think you're there in one of these rooms. No, doesn't seem like that. Nadlin, I assume. You see a wizened old man with trembling hands and a cunning face. He looks you over carefully and speaks. Hello, have I seen you before? You seem familiar to me somehow. From where? Do you remember where? Not so fast, lad. Takes a while for the mind to warm up to a task like this. I've lived a long time and seen a lot more faces in that time. It ain't so easy to remember. Memory is a fleeting thing, and that's something you can bank on. Before replying, you mutter, "Tell me about it, lad." Then can you tell me who you are? Me? I'm Nadilin, God's man fighter extraordinaire. At least I used to be. I'm a clerk in the foundry, breathing in the city air and hastening my dying all along. It's a pity. I have other questions. I'm here to pick up an item. You have a receipt? You need a receipt, bro. I can't give you anything. I do. This thing's over 100 years old. How'd you find it? I left it for myself, but I got busy. It was in a legacy. I see. Quite a catch you've made. Here you go, lad. Treat this metal well, you hear? Sure thing. Answer me another question, will you? Do you remember me now? Fine.
Experience has increased my skills.
Alrighty then. A couple level ups. Ah, a fighter level up, eh? +5 lore from specialization bonus. Priest abilities have increased. Ooh. Priest scroll, there we go. Blessing, protection from evil. Hammer, aid, there we go. Prayer, call lightning, flame walk. Speak with dead, unnecessary. Gives all fire-based attacks a multiplier of 0.5 damage. That does succeed in reaching the target of the spell. That's pretty cool. Prayer. That's pretty good. A little blessing.
All right.
So what is this thing? Curious ironwork. This is a shimmering piece of filigreed metalwork that you picked up in the Great Foundry. It looks almost gauzy. Sharp edges protrude from it. You have no idea what to do with it right now, but it must be important if you left it behind for yourself. I have identification. Nope, I don't. I use them all up. Well, maybe she can. Nope. Never mind. I'm gonna have to spend an identification spell if I want to figure out what this is.
I'm gone.
Well, I got the thing. Huh. Thilden. There it is. There's a Thilden and Alyssa. Those are the two notable individuals here in the forge.
Done.
You see a slab-stomached man with thick arms and a scraggly beard. He smells as if he hasn't washed in ages, and his breath doesn't do much for your breakfast. He's in the process of ordering around subordinates as you approach him, and he deals a quick cuff to the ear of one of them. He turns to face you, hitching up his belt. What do you want? I had some questions. You want answers? Like what? Who are you? Thilden the Grey, supervisor for this yard. My job is to make sure my laborers get their jobs done, and to make sure people like you don't distract them. They work little enough as it is, little sods, and they'd manage to lose the rest of the day in idleness if I weren't here. I'm tough, but I'm fair. You ask anyone. Why do they call you the Grey? Because I'm covered in soot most of the time from these blasted furnaces. It's a nickname my laborers have given me, out of affection, no doubt. Sarcastic, no doubt. They really seem to respect your gentle soul. Serious, no doubt. That's right, they do. They know if they don't, they'll get what's coming to them. Tell me about the Godsmen. They took me in and trained me to be what I am today, and I gotta thank them for that. They took my raw talent and shaped it into skill. I tell you, I'm a favorite of the Factols, and someday he'll show everyone just how important I am to this organization. They tell me that everyone has godliness in them. It's true for me. I think I'm closer than most folks, to tell the truth. That gives me the right to act like a god and to expect total devotion from my inferiors. I'm learning to take power and move mountains with belief in myself. When I rule the cosmos, you can bet I'll remember every one of these Burks who stood in my way. That's interesting. I have other questions. Nothing. Farewell. Alyssa. You see a short woman with a slight horns in her forehead and ears that curve sharply back into her skull. She smells faintly of sulfur, even over the reek of the factory's fires. Greetings, what can I do for you? Who are you? I am Melissa Teald, supervisor for this area being the main foundry area of the Great Foundry, where much of our current public work takes place. The foundry is larger than ours, of course, but we have a large contract we're working on, and we've been sworn to secrecy, so most of the work is off limits. My apologies. I understand. I have some other questions. What's going on here? We've taken a huge, very, very secret contract. We maintain a smaller operation for the day-to-day items for our other orders, but right now the foundry is devoted to fulfilling our contract. Don't bother asking about it, because I won't tell you. Where can I get an item worked in the forge? Oh, what exactly do the Godsmen stand for? This is both a communal and individual faction, and there are variations on the theme depending on whom one speaks with, but the basic gist of it is that all life, nay, all existence itself, is a test of sorts. All things that arise test us, and how we react determines how we move closer to the true understanding of everything. We seek the truth behind the multiverse, and it's apparent to us that ours is in the right way. That ours is the right way. How do I join? Go speak to Keldor of Durian in the meeting hall through the door to the right. Thanks. Farewell. I want to get through that door. There's something behind there. Something that I think is very interesting. Sarosa? You see a young woman. As you approach her, her eyes stare directly into yours. You get the uncomfortable feeling that she's not examining your eye color. Her gaze seems to penetrate far deeper than that. Greetings, stranger. How goes your day? Well enough. I'd like you to answer some questions for me. What answer do you seek, Half-Man? Why do you call me Half-Man?
Updated my journal.
I call you Half-Man because I cannot see your spirit. All other mortals who pass through my life show their spirits to me as shining spark or a smoldering ember. You show me nothing at all. I call you Half-Man because I cannot see your spirit as I see those of others. Whether this is because you have no soul or because you have transcended, I cannot say. One way or another, you're but half a man. What the other half is, I cannot say. Fair enough. Who are you? I am Sarosa, daughter of Sandoz, one of the factors of the Godsmen. Tell me about your family. My brother Saros is a child of the Foundry, yet I fear he has never embraced the philosophy of the believers of the Source. My father is a factor here, and his travels have led him far from the Foundry, and into realms most mortals would never even dream of achieving. Tell me about Saros. Saros is brash, impulsive, easily given over to his manhood. He's eager to prove himself equal to anything on the plains, full of aggression of youth. I believe he feels himself more sensate than Godsman, further vindicating my belief that the sensates are the most immature of all the factions of Sigil. What makes you say that? Why are they the most immature? Because like children, they do not understand that there is more beyond the world of the senses, beyond what one can see, hear, taste, touch, or smell. Look around you. You're in the outer planes. This is belief made solid, but that does not mean that this seemingly rough matter can be comprehended by the senses. This is belief. No mere physicality could possibly match it. I see. Very well then.
Done.
She makes a compelling point, as far as I'm concerned. Keldor. You see a sturdy man who looks like he's just bursting with vitality. His face is tanned and lined, and his black beard is beginning to show hints of white. Hail, stranger, and well met. What can I do for you this fine day? I'd like to ask you a few questions. What do you want to know? Who are you? My friend, I am Keldor of Durian, one of the factotums of the Godsmen, and nominally in charge of this place while our true high-ups are gone in conclave. Can you tell me more about the faction? What would you like to know? What are the beliefs? We believe that the universe is a giant testing ground, a place where we prove ourselves through a series of tests. These tests continue throughout your life, throughout your many lives. Each step in each day may well be a test for you, and your reward in the next life depends on how well you learned your lessons in this one. We believe that a body learns from experience, and that experience extends through your lives, making you into something greater than just a single life. So what's the point of it all? We're not entirely sure. After all, we haven't gotten to the end of it yet, have we? The best we can figure is that we muddled through our lives, seeking to find the answers that are right for us, and in the end, we move on to godhood and beyond. What awaits there is anybody's guess. Alright, keep going. So, life is a test. We take the test. When we pass, we move on to a new form. This might be the form of an archon or a fiend or of a power. The choices we make in this life, as always, help chart our course. Whether we have free will or not, it's still up for debate. Of course, I am on the side of free will people. I hate thinking that my choices have already been made for me, you know? I know the questions. Tell me about the faction's history. It's commonly believed that we were founded by Perrine before the Great Upheaval, when all the factions became 15 in number. During the upheaval, Augie of Faunal tightened the faction's beliefs into what they are today. She'd been reincarnated 1,000 times and could remember each one of her reincarnations. She taught us how to treat our intuition and lead us to a new era. These two were the most important figures in our faction. We have plenty more stories, but those are the bare bones. What do I get for being a member? Well, aside from access to our excellent foundry, room and board for you and your friends, special items and spells, and a more favorable reaction from most folks you'll meet on the street, there's not much to recommend us. Of course, if you're planning on being with us merely for the benefits, I'd have to counsel against it. Alright. We are faction's enemies. We don't have enemies per se. Still, there are some who oppose our beliefs. The bleak cabal scoff at the idea that we evolve towards something more perfect. I figure that if they don't think there's a point, they might as well get it over with like the Dustmen ought to. The Dustmen think that life is an illusion, preparing for the big death, and our belief champions the cause of life. They promote death. We celebrate life. What could be more opposed? What do you do? Well, we run the Great Foundry. We also run Harbinger House, where we train folks who seem to be powers in training. Bashers who've demonstrated some sort of special ability that sets them apart from normal mortals. Some say we do it because we want power on our side, but the truth is we do it because we figure that's part of our test as well. We do our best to make sure every creature faces up its responsibilities. We want to see the multiverse move on to something else. Why are you named as you are? That's a good question. Our real name is the Believers of the Source, because we believe all life springs from a pure primal source. But because we believe that all creatures have the potential for godliness within them, it's only natural that our nickname would be the Godsman. How do I join? If you wish to join the Believers of the Source, you must complete 3 quests. The first quest is this. You must go to the forge and create an item. This will show you that you are capable of seeing the possibilities inherent in even a base lump of iron, that you are capable of bringing forth something that will stand the test of time. It measures your vision and your ability to make potential actual. Talk to Alyssa. She will explain how it works.
Updated my journal.
All right, fair enough. I should have enough room in my inventory for this to work. Oh, what am I carrying that's so heavy? The Tome of Bone and Ash. You hold on to this. Oh, I don't want to mess with this doll anymore. And I'm not dropping anything else. The Curious Ironwork weighs 10 pounds? Baby Jesus. Yeah, I'm not dropping the Bronze Sphere or Pharaoh's Crush. Those things will belong in my possession until I am fucking dead. I feel like the number of Q-Yin might pale in comparison to other tattoos I could get.
Done.
Even the regeneration might not be worth it anymore.
Done.
I'll come back here and forge something
Done.
once I see exactly what the Fel has for sale. Here, this level of the hive.
Done.
Two dark flames shall light the way.
No, I wanted to ask Anna to help you. But you can't be serious now. I am Anna. I'd be grateful if you could just see to give them a fair thought or two, as a favor to me, if for no other reason. Her smirk at least gives way to a smile. Ah, to Betor with it. If you're so sod and cut up in it, well, yeah, why not? Sure, I'll care about your trees, Cutter, but you owe me for my time, you do. Grace, would you consider it? Certainly. I think this is an excellent idea. Ignis? Yes. Nothing. I don't know what I was thinking. Farewell, mourns for trees. Okay, yeah, I can't I couldn't even order him to. He's just like, I'm gonna burn this fucking tree down. No, bad Ignis.
This is one of Fell's studios, is it not? I have long wanted to meet him.
You mean to say he has more than one? I don't know. That just strikes me as, oh my god. Oh my god. The tattoo of the art. Tenement Shadows. Restless Dead. The Bone Singer. Tattoo of the Joining. Corvus and Karina together. Trist's Savior. Tattoo of Justice's Eye. Byron Pickett. Death in Life. Grosshook's Demise. Ooh, vanish without a trace. Ignis. +1 con, +3 base HP, -15% resistance to magic, -1 wisdom. Tattoo of Ignis, temporary. Resistance to fire and magical fire. Tattoo of Saving Grace. Revelation +2 intelligence might be nice. Greater presence +2 charisma might be useful. Dear God, tattoo of the art. But what if I spent all my money on tattoos? What then? How would you stop me? I can probably sell some of this other stuff. But farewell, Q-Yin's number. I don't need you anymore. I don't want to play with you.